You ready?
The 50 Plus Gaming Show. 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 The 50 Plus Gaming Show.
Turned off. Let's have a look at it.
The 50 Plus Gaming Show.
Hello. It is Friday, and what does Friday mean for the 50 Plus Squad? It means it is Friday flight night. Tonight's flight is from, EVGA, which is Fairford, Gloucestershire. He's got on here though that, let me bring you into the chat. He's got on here that there are no ILSs, but when I'm looking at it, he's put ILSs in for them.
Yeah, there is on the one we start from, but if you look at the one what he's got for the second one, he's put all 9s and then put LOL, no ILS at the bottom.
Right, okay. So I think with these, it's not too bad because I was trying to, when I was learning it, I was trying to fly it. I'm doing VFR rather than ILS. That's what I'm doing.
All right, I've still got ILS, but I've got GPS direct.
Yeah, that's what I've got a GPS, but I just follow the GPS and then try and land it myself. So that's what I'm trying to do. All right, then let me open the screen so you guys can see what it is we are flying. I'm flying at dusk, and the reason I'm flying at dusk is so that you can see this wonderful aircraft in its glory, which is the Red Arrows. Right then, Dev, would you like to say hello?
Good evening, everybody.
Right, okay, so right now, let's have a look. I've got the flight plan already set. I'm gonna put the lights on this thing, and there we go. So the lights are on. On this particular one that I've got as well, Dev, I've managed to. You're showing up as a Cessna on my screen, by the way.
Yeah, I've just noticed that. I do actually have a Red Arrows T1 Hawk, which I've taken a screenshot and I will put it in Discord later.
Please, because I don't understand how this game works, because I would have thought it would, because I've got this one here, I thought it would have grabbed the skin for you, because that would have looked absolutely brilliant, that would. I think what needs to happen, to be honest, is that I think FSX or somebody needs to design a, how can I put it, some sort of server that would capture exactly what you're flying. Because how it works out that you're in a Cessna as the nearest thing to one of those, which would be probably an F-18 or something, wouldn't it? In the real world.
It would have been, yeah, but if you remember when I did the Harrier, it showed me as a Learjet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird one. Right, okay, so let me have a look inside this thing. Let me put the, at the moment, sat at a parking. I've tried to learn all these controls, so I know exactly what's going to happen on here. It's going to be a difficult flight for me. It really is. And I'm going to have to work out how we take off and how we do what we do in this. So, right, okay. Now, it's quite a short flight as well, isn't it, when I looked at the destination?
It is, yeah, because I think when Empire put him in, he was expecting to do things like barrel rolls and somersaults and God knows what else.
I would have, yeah, we should have created a longer flight, I think. But we'll see. We'll probably do another one anyway. We'll have a look at it and see how we are. Right, okay, so I have to do some things like turn my head tracking on, and right, I have folded the wings on this because I can fold the wings on this, which they are folded now. I mean, I think it looks nice and everything, and I'm doing it in dusk rather than day. I think if I turn that off and I change it to daylight, they can see the plane a lot better. So let me just change that world time, and we'll just change it to day. There we go. Then you can have a look and see the plane in its glory, but it looks lovely in the dusk, you know, when the lights are going and everything. Let's have a look. There we go. That's what it is. You've disappeared now from me.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, but it's not showing you up. You might appear soon. I know there's a bit of a delay, but here you go. You've just appeared. There you go. So I've now locked in. I'm going to work out, let me get these wings folded out. Let's get them done, which is that button there. The wings are going down, look at that. Okay, and I'll see if I can get clearance. So, if we go departure straight out.
Ground, Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, request taxi for takeoff, straight out departure. Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee.
What altitude are you going to be flying at, 50?
I think I set it to about 2,500. These things can go quite high, you know. It can go very high.
Yeah, I originally had mine at 13,000, but I will adjust the flight once I'm in the air.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, when I was testing this thing, I was travelling at something like 500 and something knots, so I know what they're like. And I'm going to just do a pushback on that. I will go that way.
Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, did you copy? Taxi 2 and hold short runway.
Simmer, how are you? Good evening to you. Let me get myself set up. I thought if I sit down too long, I'll end up falling asleep. Oh, that's nice. Well, you guys have got the bank holiday to look forward to now, because it means that... There we go, that should be just about right. Yeah, we've got the bank holiday coming up, which is going to be really, really nice. And the forecast for the bank holiday has been absolutely amazing. They say it's going to be nice. I kind of wonder how the weather knows to decide to itself, I tell you what, it's going to be really nice one day, and then it's going to be quite bad the next. I don't know how it deciphers that. I think we're both taking off from the same place, aren't we?
Yep, runway 9. That's what I've been given.
Yep, runway 9. I'll follow you. Tried to get my cockpit open, but it wouldn't open, so I'm going to try again now. Let's have a look. See if it'll open and stay open. Oh, there we go. It stayed open this time. I'm going to taxi down with the cockpit open, because I think that looks okay. Oh, that's nice. So that will give you something to look forward to as well. That's a good age. Yeah, just think about it. I've got 2 grandkids that are 2, so I know exactly what you're going through. And you know what? I won't say I feel sorry for you, but they call them the terrible 2s, don't they? They say it's the terrible 2s, because then they start bossing you around, testing you, to see how far they can get away with things. I mean, to be honest and truthfully, I love it. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely brilliant. When they're at that age, I think you can have a lot of fun. And I think the fun side of it, Sim, comes from what they actually do and what they say to you.
Yeah, from newborn to 2, they're fine. It's from 2 to 18 at the worst age.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Well, I think you tend to worry about them more at that age, don't you? I think that's what it is. Yeah, it is a very entertaining age. Honestly, it really is. Now, I've been trying to practice this one, Dev, so if all goes wrong... Oh, red arrow. Wow, we've got red arrow pilot in here. So now I do feel under pressure. Hello, red arrow pilot. Now I do feel under pressure. Wow. Kind of thinking to myself, if I get this wrong, I'm going to get told off.
Well, I have noticed it gave us runway 9. It taxied me to runway 27. Well, that went out.
Which is great. Hawk is a red out, is not that. No, this is the only difference with this on No Sim. I've just dropped a skin on it. Because, do you know when I went to download... Oh no, no, I'll tell you what's happened with you. I'm not going to runway 27. I'm going across runway 27.
Okay, I will just get behind you and follow you then if you want to carry on.
Yeah, because I've just gone across runway 27. Yeah, it probably is. This thing's an this is an F-18. Why I have it on a Hornet, because what I couldn't do, Red Arrow pilot, I couldn't find a decent one, and I wasn't going to pay for that particular plane just because I was doing this. So what I did, I went on I think it was Flight Aviation or something, and somebody had done a skin for one of these, and I thought, because I actually know this aircraft anyway, I thought I might as well just drop a skin on it, to be honest, because I think the idea of the red arrows is that we can do all the, well, I don't know about the acrobatics, but that's what I've been told. So, and it kind of does the business with me. What red one you got? I don't understand that one. I think this is an F-18. Yeah, I think this is an F-18, this one. Yeah. It looks nice, I mean, to be honest. It kind of, it sits really nice on the skin, does. Oh, what number? I haven't picked a number. Well, you're gonna, we'll say 1 and 2. We'll just go 1 and 2 because there's only 2 of us this evening.
I'm actually flying as Red 4, thinking that you might go as Red 1 and the Empire and Rex was going to be here.
Yeah, yeah. So I think what mine's doing is taking me down to the other end of the runway, which may be 9.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm actually following behind you now anyway.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I would have my cockpit open, but on your stream it'll show like the Cessna with its main door open.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I
we'll
will
take it
post
to you.
the screenshots I've took of my plane and your plane into Discord after this.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay then, Red Arrow pilot. In fact, you know something, because well, I was making a lot of mistakes yesterday, so I don't mind learning it, because the only thing about mine is you don't seem to have a, you've got a, I think it's balance altitude, but you don't seem to have a button where you can pick the altitude you want to be at. I don't know what yours is like, Dev.
I've not really had too much practice with mine, so my excuse is if it goes slightly wrong on takeoff, it is because it's showing up as a Cessna, not a Red Arrow.
I like it. I do like it. Slow this thing down a bit. If you are to get a Hawk, I'd be happy to help you and your friend fly the plane. Yeah, I don't mind that, you know, some Red Arrow. I don't mind that at all. We'll have a look at that.
Yeah, Vicky, I did put a link into a private message for you for a Red Arrow, but if not, I can actually send you the files.
Well, what happened, I'll tell you what happened.
Download.
I'll tell you what happened, Dev. It's the same one I downloaded. And when I downloaded it, it was, when you looked in the cockpit, it was as if a child had drawn it. And I wanted something to look a little bit more realistic. And then what I found out was that when you put the lights on, you get these grey things over the screen and you can't see the dials properly. But at least with this one, when I go inside, it's like a proper, you know, it's like the proper thing, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I have found another free one where I've looked at the cockpit and all that. So I'm going to try and see if I can amend the cockpit on this one with a decent one I've got on one of the other.
Cornish, how are you? Yeah, I'll have a look at them because we'll probably do this again when we're all together. That's what I think we'll do. Because I know, remember when we flew the F-18s? And that was quite a good flight for us, wasn't it? And I worked out why we couldn't land it properly, because you have to put the what's it called, the rope thing down at the end. You've got to put that down before you land to stop it from tipping over.
All right, so I should have found the tail hook I've got on this as well. So I should have found I don't even know how to operate that bit.
Well, it's if you look in your cockpit, it should be to the right hand side, just to the bottom of the right hand side. You'll see a little. I'll show you when I pull up. I'll show you in mine. Or hit Shift and Q, somebody said. But I've worked out where they are in the plane, so I'm going to try and be as, I won't say professional because it won't go that way. Therefore, it is where I used to watch the air display. Oh, brilliant, Sim. That's great. Yeah, I'm at runway 9, I am. I'm going to just pull up and then I'll show you how and what I've, well, tried to learn, should I say. And the thing about this is I do find it difficult to keep it at the altitude at times, but I'll see what I can do. And I'm going to take my time this evening, guys. There is no rushing 50 this evening. Right, there we go. Put that and turn that down. Let's get inside. Yeah, the Hawk doesn't have a tail hook. It's not built. Yeah, this has a tail hook, you see. So my tail hook is, if you look on my screen, you've got, this is where you fold the wings up here now. So if I hit that, the wings will fold. So the wings are folded. Now it does that quite well. If I then go back inside, drop that down. Now to put the tail hook out, it's this one here. This one just here. I click it and go outside, the tail hooks come down. Now when I'm landing, I need to make sure I put that down as well, because it just gives it a little bit more stability as well. I did work that one out. Let's just get that back up for takeoff. I've flown these many times, I know how to use it. No, that's fine. Tail hook has a tail hook, it's not. Yeah, I know my canopy should be down. I've just put it there because I'm taxiing, just for a bit of aesthetics. Right, so let's just do that. Let's do that. Let's drop that. Here we go, we'll put that down. It just so people can see what it does, that's all. I was just showing what the plane can do as well. So that's that. Right. Okay, let's see if I can mess this up. Right, let me get my requests ready.
Yeah, I've just noticed whoever designed the Hawk that I'm flying has actually got a tail hook on it.
Right. Yours doesn't have one?
Yeah, on this one that I've downloaded, whoever the creator was, did actually put a tail hook on the back.
Oh, okay. That's what my good lady's just come in just at the right time to interrupt me. I'm about to take off. We're in no rush, I take it, to take off, I would say.
Air Force Foxtrot, India Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, did you copy?
Yes,
Clear for takeoff.
right,
Runway
so
niner.
clear for takeoff.
Air Force Foxtrot, India
I've just got to
Foxtrot,
say hello,
Tango,
hello.
Yankee.
Right, so let's do that. Drop the flaps. Okay, that's not on, that's not on, that's not on. I think I'm ready. Right, let's go. See if I can get this thing up properly. I was struggling to learn how to get this thing to take off. It was such a pain in the backside. We're at about 140, 160. Let's go. There we go. So we're up. Ears up. Try and zoom out. There we go.
We're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Go back inside and get that down. I'm at 4,000, 5,000 already climbing. Zoom in. I don't seem to have a flight following. That's what the issue was on this. I've loaded it up, so I'm going to have to try and get that in later. Back on that one. I'm going to have to use... Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I'm on a decent flight. I'm on the flight following anyway. I'm gonna do it by VFR. Groat Melon 50 is pulling out the jets. Oh, somebody I haven't seen for a long while. How are you? What I'm doing is, because it's a VFR, I'm going to do it so that what I do is I can, if hopefully, I'll try to fly it. Right, there we go. So if I hit that one, that will balance me off, and I need to hit. I hit that. Will it turn? No. Right, so I'm on a slight turn. Let me just turn that back. Got to get that to the flight heading. Come on, no, forward. Get that sorted. There we go. I'm using the GPS and doing it by sight. If I head there, I should be okay. I am fine, Grow. I'm really good. Nice to see you as well. Nice to hear from you, mate. Really is nice to hear from you. Right, let me just check. I'm going to keep my GPS open. I'm going to minimize it. I'm going to try my best to follow that pink line. There we go. Right, so let's just go over. There we go. So I'm up anyway. Managed to get up. Have you managed to take off, Dev?
I'm up as well, yeah.
Wonderful. And I'm just going to try and work out what... Let's have a look. There we go. Let's just level this off. Mousey11 is now hosting me with 3 viewers. It's an auto host. Thank you very much for that. All I'm gonna do is just try and follow the GPS and land this on my own. Blame it on Keds. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Tom Cruise, let me see what you can do. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what, Sim? When I read the message in this in Discord about us doing barrel rolls and things like that, I actually spoke to Empire and went, "What's all that about?" And I thought, I ain't gonna do barrel rolls and things because it's just not me. We're getting boys to sleep. I fell asleep with them. But that's, you know what? That's not bad, that is. That's good. That is. That's a good household. That is good. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good household, that is. I mean, it looks nice for what it is, to be honest. I am always good, you know that. We had that conversation before. I am always good. I don't want to disappoint you guys. I just want to make sure I can do a reasonable landing. Get that set right. There we go. So I think lights are on here. I'll tell you what I need to do. Turn the landing light off. This will be off. Let's turn. That's the That's off. Let's turn that off while we're up. It's daylight. I was going to show it in dusk so you can see what it actually looks like. I am always good, sir. Always good. Let's have a look at... We're practically there. Honestly, we're practically there, Dev.
Yeah, I've just been given turning instructions to the runway.
Yeah. Wow. Just slow this thing down. Let's bring it down. Wow. Let's bring this down now slowly. I'm literally there, so I'm going to swing over. I'm going to try and come in on the right side. It's there, look, I can see it straight away, so I'm looking at the runway now. I thought it was longer than this. Right, I'm going to swing out and come back in. Wow, this is fun. I thought it would have been a lot longer than this. This ain't going to be good at all. I'm going to have to go round and come in a bit further out. The red arrows are here. I'm going to just go out and come back in. I'm at 5,000, coming down to 4,000. I'm going to swing this, go straight out. What we're going to have to do, I want to pick a longer flight.
Yeah, that sounds good. I didn't think the flight was going to be over this quick.
I didn't think it was going to be over this quick. But if you think about the speed that we're travelling at, and I'm just going to go straight out and come back in on a longer approach. I have to be careful I don't stall this thing as well. I could do a few barrel rolls, but you know what, let's not. I want to get it into a... Right, let's go turn it around now. Do a sharper turn. Woo! Right, here we go, I can see the runway. And it's only a short runway as well.
Sounds interesting.
Very interesting, I can tell you that now. I'm just trying to bring it, I'll bring it that way. I'm going to put my speed brake on a bit. There we go. I'm at 1,000. Speed brake slightly. I'm only trying to do this because I should come in just double up. I'm coming in now. A bit of gas on there, otherwise I'll not make it. Coming in now. I'm not going to stop on the runway, I don't think.
Over, G.
Whoa! Whoa! No, come off the runway. Whoa! Coming in far too fast. I did what I did last time. I've managed to come on the runway, but I come in again. Too fast. Wow. Oh no! I should have just let it run. I should have let it run more, shouldn't I? What do you reckon, guys? I should have let it run more, shouldn't I? Turn that off. I just came in. What did me on that? Axel! Oh, I'm not going to listen to what FS Cloud says. I should have just let it go straight and slow down on its own. I put the brakes on far too quick.
What speed did you land at?
To be honest and truthful, I wasn't even looking. That's probably one of the issues I had. So I want to do a longer flight. I want to look at the approach more. That's what I want to do. I'm on the side of the runway, but I would need to look at that a bit more. I enjoyed that. I had more than enough runway, but as soon as I put the brakes on, it kind of tipped the plane like it did last time towards the left. I need a longer flight. I need to slow right down when I'm coming in.
Right, my GPS telling me I'm about...
Oh, Helimac. Wow, thank you. 5 months, Helimac. Helimesh. Get it right. Thank you very, very much for that. Thank you very much, and that's for you.
You ready? The 50 plus James. The 50 plus James.
Yeah, I need to do another one. I can get used to these planes. It's just the landing that I need to literally control a lot better.
The 50 plus James.
I need to control it. Do you know what? I'm not going to look at what FS Cloud gave me great, because everything seemed to be okay. It was just my sync rate, because it doesn't count when you hit the runway, does it? I know you're concentrating now, Dev.
Yeah, I'm about 6 minutes away.
That was a little bit disappointing for me, but you know what? 50 ain't giving up. I am not giving up. Let's see if I can see you coming in. There we go, Dev. This is you. Although it looks like you're in a prop plane. It's a shame when it does that, though. I am always well, Heli. Always well. So, tell me you're using ILS or are you on VFR?
I'm on ILS.
Okay. Is the F-18 from Flyway?
It?
No, the skin is from Flyway. It's a default F-18 which is on what do you call it, Flight FSX anyway, and all I did, I just dropped a skin on it. That's all I did. When did the red arrows go white prop planes? You know what FSX is like. What you call it? FSX is like. You would have thought it would have grabbed hold of the same plane that I had, because that would have been the nearest thing to it. It's from Flyaway, yeah. It's from Flyaway, but it's just the skin that I dropped on, Axel. So if you want to get it, it's out there. Looks nice. It's okay. When I loaded the Hawk plane, the proper one, when I looked in the cockpit, I was not impressed. So if you do get a chance, Devon, you can send that to me. I can have a look at it, can't I?
Yeah, will do.
That's what she said. Kets, you behave yourself, young man. Oh, look, you can see the gherkin. Look at that. You can see the gherkin in London. Oh, you can actually see London Bridge. Wow. They've put some of the hallmarks there. Let's zoom out. You can't fault the game for its effort. I don't use payware. The freeware pilot tries his best not to use payware. All this stuff that I have on here is all freeware. I will not lose my title as the freeware pilot. It will never be taken away from me. Unless I go over to what's that one called? X-Plane 11. That's what I am, the freeway king. You know that I do this so you guys can join in and get to say, oh, I can see the dome. There we go. Oh, hang on, you're going to London City. Oh, you're turning now, I'm going to say. Because that's London City, that one is. And then you should... Go on.
It's just the way ILS has taken, the IFR has taken me, sorry.
You're right, because I know that you've got the Citibank. What you have to do on that one is you have to make sure you come in just... The Citibank is that large building just there. That is a hard approach, that one is. Have you ever done that one?
Which one's that, London City?
Yeah. That's a lovely approach. If you come in through the city, it's a hard approach. It's a very high descent. If you're coming from the far side, it's not too bad.
No, I've not done London City as yet.
Yeah, it's a hard one. You ought to try that one time. And we did it in, I think me and Conrad did it in A380s. And I think we flew from Innsbruck to there. Kets. I'll blame that one on Kets. That's for you, young man. Thank you very much.
Ready?
Brilliant support of the channel. And guys, he is teaching me how to play Player Unknown. So if ever I stream it and I'm no good, he's the man you blame. 8-month subscription for Blame It on Kets. Oh, brilliant. Thank you, Kets. I really do appreciate that coming from you. You're a really good guy. Really are. He has got time for everybody. Thank you very, very much. Oh, nearly brought a tear to my eye there, that one, Kets. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that from you. Really do. I have got some people that support this stream. Absolutely amazing. Really do make me feel like I'm doing a really good job. I'll jump into Player Unknown with you whenever you play it next. What I'm going to do is I have said to Kets that what I'm going to do is an invitation, which will be Kets is teaching 50 Player Unknown. Now, if we do a squad, I don't mind who joins, because I think you can only have, is it 3 players or 4 players in this squad? I'm not quite sure, but Kets can answer that one for you. But I would like to do that one day, and I would like to do it when I'm probably off work, so that I can spend thank you, so that I can spend most of the day on it if I'm going to do it. We only did about half an hour or so. We did 2 runs, and I enjoyed it. I've still got to learn how to pick things up, scopes and ammunition and all that lot, but guess what? I do think I'll enjoy that game. I do think I'll enjoy it. And then I've got Geordie that's offered to teach me how to teach me is it Fortnite? Wow. 50 plus gamer's going to go FPS. This is not good. This is not good at all. We also need to sort out a way out. Oh, we do. I've got so many games that I need to... Wow. Yes, we do. We do. I think I'd enjoy that more than Fortnite and PlayerUnknown because it's kind of more my thing. A little bit more chilled out. Yeah, we'll look at that. And I know you've played it, Ket, so I know that if I get stuck, I've got someone to lean on, which is always a good thing. Good man. You see now, you're theoretically coming in an F18, and I think I did the right thing. I just overshot the brakes. I shouldn't have put the brakes on so heavy. That's the only mistake I made, putting the brakes on far too heavy. Right, your next flight now, Dev. I don't care, you're doing it VFR. I think it's harder, but just brought Battletech. I've just looked at Battletech as well, Sim. I did have a look at that. That is not really... when I looked at it, I thought that's something that, for me, I don't know if I'd really enjoy it so much. It looks good, but I don't know. You look really low to me, Dev. Yeah, you look really low to me. Have a look how low he is. Oh, it's not. It doesn't look as low when I did that. Right, let's look at this thing coming in. Here he comes. Are you now flying this on your own?
I am, yeah.
Right, okay. There we go, he's coming in. He's coming in. Ooh. It's just horrible that it's showing you as a prop plane. Now you're going to run out of runway now, I can just see it. Oh, that was heavy. You've just passed me. There I am, look. See ya. You're going to run out of runway. I know it. I knew it. I knew it. It's the speed that's the issue. Now you're going to go off the mountain. Take off again. So it's the speed, isn't it? That's it, he's crashed. There is no reverse thruster on this.
No, well and truly off the runway.
Yeah, well and truly off the runway. Right, okay, so we're going to pick a longer flight. And I think what we can then do is prepare for it. What are you going to do? Try again and go round?
No, because I'm actually on the ground.
Oh, not according to me, you're not. It's a lot harder to fly than you think because of the speed we're coming in at. But what I need to do... JG Gaming. Hey, 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 how are you? Go back on the map. I can see you turning. I can see where you are now. Ooh, 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 ooh. I can understand the turns that you're doing, but when you're in this Cessna, it doesn't look that. It would be nice if we could see you in the Hawk. tell you what I did when I was coming in. I took the throttle completely off and just let it glide in. And I tried to use the speed brake. Oh, and it's on a bit of an elevation as well. I'm just looking at it. I would literally turn everything off and just glide in. Don't take landing tips from 50. I got mine on the runway, believe it or not. The only issue I had was the speed that I came in at. That's the only issue I had. You watch my next landing. Oh, 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 oh! No. No. Battery's taken his wing away, and that's crashed him. That's killed all the passengers. That's his fuel tank gone. His rockets have blown him up. And there's a stately home he's going to run into now, look. Try and avoid the stately home. Nope. He's took the windows out. People are running for their lives. That's it. He's wiped out a whole city.
This thing don't want to stop.
This is that's the problem I had, but when I put the brakes on too heavy, it literally tipped the front over. Okay, so now let's have a look where we're going to go next. Let's have a look. Let's get back in here. Right. So 50's here. Let's have a look. We're still round about England, aren't we? So if we were to go, trying to think. What have I got loaded up in my flight plans? Let's have a look. Let's load a flight plan and see what I've got. I know a nice flight that we could do, which is okay, which is decent. A fair distance where we can plan.
Yeah, what's that one?
I've got, you could go from Innsbruck to Aldergrove. You can go to Innsbruck to London City.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Say again.
That sounds good. Innsbruck to London City.
Yeah, that sounds good, don't it?
Yeah, we're going to stick with the aircraft we got.
Can do. Because it won't take so long then, will it, if you get what I mean?
No, all right. Let's just
because the normal flight from Innsbruck to London City is about an hour, hour and a half. So in these things, we might, steady, we can do it at an hour, if you get what I mean. So
yeah,
let me load that in, and I'll give you the what you call it, because you've got ILS if you want it on those. So you're going from LOW1 to EGLC, and I'm going to do it VFR. Oh yeah, it looks a nice run, that does. Because Innsbruck is nice, 14,000. I'm going, because of the mountains, you have to pick a decent height. So I'm going to go at 2,500. 2,555. 25500. That's what I'm going to go at. I'm going to save that one as red arrows, so that I can at least do that one again at a later date.
Right, so we're going to go VFR and at 2,500 feet.
Yep,
yeah?
Because if you go VFR, it's not going to keep telling you to stick to an altitude and things like that, and you can follow it through the GPS. That's what I did when I did this one, and then as you see the runway, you can probably just land on your own merit. Because what I found out was when I was doing it via ILS and everything, it kept telling me to stick at this altitude, stick at that altitude, and do you get what I mean?
Yep. I've just set that up, so I'm just loading into Innsbruck Airport now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Right, so I am now at Innsbruck. Look at Innsbruck, guys. Innsbruck looks lovely. There we go, Innsbruck. Wow. There we go. Look at the mountains we have to clear. Woo! Look at the mountains we have to clear.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Does, don't it? Especially that thing right in front of you. Now, try and clear that, taking off in an A380.
That sounds like a challenge.
We'll have to do it again because, right, and the thing about it now is we're heading the wrong way at the runway, which is going to be good. So we'll see a few mountains here. I've just looked at it on the GPS.
Right, which runway are you at?
I think it put me on runway 26. Yeah, runway 26 I'm on. I love the way it does this. I like the way you can do that and fold. There you go, fold the wings. I love that. I think that looks so nice. Empire, how are you? Thank you very much for the flight, Empire. Very interesting. It was just very, very short. We did it in probably, what, 10 minutes? 10, 15 minutes? Yeah, about 10, 15 minutes we did it in. It was very short. So we've now picked, if you want to jump in, to go from Innsbruck to Aldergrove, which is Scotland, is it? Near Scotland? Let me look on the map. World map. Out. No, it's EGLC we're going to. Really, 10 minutes. So you did not do any you didn't even have a chance to do an acrobatics on that one. At least we can do something on this one. You didn't have chance, honestly. This flight that we do now is going to be, even in these things, it's probably going to take an hour or so, I would say. Well, RAF is fair. Listen, I try my best to fail. You know that already. And you've got ILS for all these as well, I think, Dev, if you need them.
Yep, I'll have a look at the ILS in a minute. I'm already set up near the runway.
Okay. Don't know what runway you are on.
I'm at runway 26 at Innsbruck, LOWI.
I don't see you.
No, I don't see you in game at the moment. I might have to start Oh no, I see you now. If
Right.
you look to your left.
I still don't see you. Let me
Yeah,
just...
I'm on that little bit of tarmac, so it might take a few seconds because it took a few
Oh, I
minutes
can
for it
see you
to
now. You're
update
there. I
on
can
mine.
see you. I spent 2 full days of practice for this day, then be told that you had to go to Lincoln. Oh my God. You know what? Family, eh? Right, so I'm ready, to be honest. Yeah, I'm ready. Right, let's just lock that. Get outside and put the canopy down. Right then, sir, are you ready?
I am ready.
Right, let's go then. Oh dear. Just to take off in this, because you've got to get to at least 7,000 feet quick to clear those mountains. Okay, 50's gonna try it. Flaps. Break off. Let's go. 40, 60, 80, 70. He's going fast now. 80, 90, 100. I want to lift off at about 140. Burners are on. Let's lift. There we go. And then full throttle so I can get as high as I can quick. There we go. 50's up. Get the gear up. There you go. 50's up. There we go. Look at them burners. Wow. Let's just get some more height. Get inside, see what I'm doing. I've cleared the mountains. I'm at 4,000 at the moment going through. I'm hitting turbulence as well. I'm at 6,000, 7,000. I'm going to turn it because I know that I have to go back. Right, let's just level this off. Let's put them down as well. They should be down now. There we go. Bring it around that way, nice and steady. Let's keep at 4. I'm at 14 already. Yeah, we could have done Scampton. We can do Scampton, not a problem. We can do Scampton, not a problem. – 20,000 feet already. Look at that. Wow. Let's just level this off. Try and take this one steady. I think what's nice about this is the way that it can maneuver. That's what I like about it. Just trying to turn it so that I can get level. Right, let's just level off at that. Right, oh, you see my control is quite sensitive on this. And let's just swing it. I still need to go back round. Let's have a look at what the GPS is saying. Oh, there we go. There we go. Then swing it. There we go. Right, so I'm on target now. Level it off. Then I can try and hit my balances. Right, okay, so if I hit balance now, that will balance my flight out now. I can stay at, I'm at about 27,000 feet. And then if I hit the heading hold, but I need to turn it. There we go. Come on, quicker than, there we go. So now it's going to level off. There we go. I'm now following that. There we go. I've managed to do that. People are doing that tomorrow. They are doing on full practice event. Wonderful. Right, now the idea is the that way 268. I'm going heading 268. See if it'll put me on that line. It's going to be about 320, I would say. Let's do that. Right, there we go. So I'm leveling off now. $315, $310 actually. Yeah, $310 is about right for me. Let's go and get and watch the real life then in the game. I'd love to watch the red. I mean, as a kid, the red arrows were the one thing that everyone used to look out for, weren't it, back in the day? Turn that sound down just slightly there. Trying to get the right course heading on that one. I think what I need to do as well is, as we get closer, slow right down. But I can actually go more to the left. Next time I get past, I'll take some pics for this. Oh, brilliant. That'd be nice. Put that in the flight sim room. Just trying to get right heading on this line. Right, there we go. I just about 310. They're about 310 now.
Sorry, what altitude are you flying at? 50?
I'm at 28,000 now. Holding at 28.
Okay.
And I'm heading 310. 310 looks just about right for me. I'm just following the GPS line. And what I want to try and do is have a further approach, because what I did last time, I was heading directly down the line, and before I could think, the airport was literally below me. And it's telling me it's only going to take 30 half an hour. So do you understand how fast these things are traveling? So I'm going to pull the speed back slightly. Oh, that's nice, Kets. And that's one of the real RAF pilots. Nearly as good as me. So I'm pulling my speed down slightly so that it's not going to, it's take just a bit longer. I don't want to, there we go. So I was doing 500, I'm trying to get below 500. Red Arrow 10, the manager of all of them. Wow. Red 10. Pull this that way a bit. I mean, it looks good. It's flying okay. All flying good. Yep, all looks good. What I tend to do is when you get near, you just click nearest airport and then you can get the directions off that when you do it VFR. Bit worried she was. So in my flight diary, I have got down to do a landing in Innsbruck with commercial flight. So that's what the next week. Oh, please. Yeah, that okay, okay. I would like that, something challenging. Because I've been trying to do the Innsbruck one. So we'll try and do Innsbruck. I tell you what we'll do. If we can do it properly, we'll try and do Innsbruck and we'll try and do London City, because they're quite difficult. And then what we'll try to do is look for some dangerous approaches. But I do like the idea of doing Innsbruck and London City. That would be nice. We'll try that and see how we go.
Would that actually be landing at Innsbruck?
That would be landing at Innsbruck. Then we take off from Innsbruck and go to London City. I want to do a decent landing at Innsbruck. I've done a landing, but it wasn't brilliant. I want to do a nice landing, because Innsbruck is one of those where you have to be a good pilot to land at Innsbruck properly. I don't use the FMC, so to do it by VFR or ILS is quite difficult. If you set it up that you're using the FMC, it can prompt your descent, you know, and everything else. Let's get that. It's like I like flying this because I feel I'm flying it. I'm having to turn and do all the things myself, which is what I like about the whole idea of flying. I mention this all the time, and I don't want to stand like a stick in the mud. I don't want to sit there and watch a plane fly. I don't want to do that. I want to do it myself. And I've taken the time, because we were going to do this, to learn this plane. If I go 186, I'm trying to literally match that line. Luca Airport is the hardest. Oh, that's that one that's on the side of the island, in it. I think that's the one that's on the side of the island. Because I think it was Adonis and Island Ted that were taking us down that one, and we failed dramatically that one. Oh, that's Nepal. There's another one then. Rake them up and let's get them listed, and if we can conquer them, then it will make a seasoned pilot out of us all. That seems okay at the moment. I've taken my speed down to 457, which has now made it, it's going to take us 37 minutes.
457 on speed.
My speed is, or just call it round, yeah, 457 I'm doing. Games Carrera, thank you very much for that. But I have to, you would never be safe with me. Never be safe with me. I'm a risk-taking pilot. I do that right, okay, let's have a look how we're looking. Zoom out. There we go, that's where we are. Andy, don't fly with him, he forgets the landing gear. Oh, come on, Andy. How are you? I try my best not to forget the landing gear. I think it's with I think it's with everything I've got to do. Right, while that's flying, guys, I'm just going to say hello to my good lady, because I don't think it's fair that she's come in and I haven't been over to her. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Andy, how can you say that? Where's a flock of birds when you need them? I'm going to turn off the map on FS Cloud just so that you can see more of the plane. Turn that off as well. Blame Ket's right, 50. I'm sorry to say, good to have to cut short. No, you never have to say that, Ket's. Very busy tomorrow, I would say I have a good stream, but I know you will. I always have a good stream. You know that. Thank you very much for the sub. Much, 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 much appreciated. Absolutely Brilliant of you to stay with me for that period of time, mate. And this is for you. You ready? Andy has got this thing about Colton. Look at this. Thank you very much, Kurt. The dogs are fighting again as well. Colton's drowned in a sea of bits. I tend to spend more time in Streamlabs when Andy's around than I do any other time. Jar. Oh, let me empty it first. Oh, you see, it's gonna let it overflow.
Please, it's my job.
That's it. You've absolutely buried him, and I only lost one bit. Now I'm going to empty it. There we go. It's empty now. Oh, I've downloaded Streamlabs OBS, so I'm going to try and get that sorted out at some stage. So it means I may have to go off for a full day to rearrange everything, sort it all out, redo commands and things like that. So that's something I'm looking to do, because it's going to probably be the issue that I've got with Moodbot as well, with it not running some of the commands. So I'm going to look at that a bit later on. Will we cope? I'll tell you something, Andy, you will cope quite well without me, believe you me. I was thinking of the same. I say to cut. Yeah, it does, and I've looked at the videos and what it does now. Because it's different for me, because I work off 2 PCs, so it would cut. My PC CPU usage is only 10% now at 60 FPS, but that's because it's only running Streamlabs and all the commands. It's doing nothing, so it's not going to really affect me in that much detail. It's just the fact that because you can see everything on one screen, I think that might be better for me, because I have all the commands running on that screen and OBS is on that screen. That's why you always see me looking over here, because then I'm looking at what you're seeing, and I can hopefully make sure that you guys get the best of 50. Yeah, that's what Streamlabs OBS is all about. It's all about people that have got 1 PC and 3 monitors. That's what it's all about. I was reading it, and the idea of it is it kind of puts all the 3 monitors into one program. I've got a capture card, so my capture card does it in a different way. I've only captured 2 monitors into the one capture card, so the other monitors are just for me to see the chat and all the other bits and bobs, Discord and everything else. That's all it is. But I have looked at it, and it would be quite nice to have, because of the way the layout looks nice. One screen doing everything. I can see all the bits. I don't have to click through anything, and I can then hopefully give you guys a better quality of stream. That's what it's all about. Right, so let's see how far I am off track. No, I'm not. In fact, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. I'm not that bad, actually. The arrows here, the dots there, so I'm not doing too bad, because that line there is telling me where I'm on track with the runway. I'm not doing too bad, although I do want to approach the runway from a distance. So I'm going to just take it out slightly. I'll go across that line otherwise, and let's just zoom in a bit. In 50, not out. Let's see how far we are away. Oh, we've still got a fair distance, to be fair. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we're doing okay.
How far in distance have you got left on your GPS?
It's telling me, 1 second. It's telling me 29 minutes. What does yours say?
Mine's saying 50 minutes.
What speed are you travelling at?
Well, I've got I've engaged my IAS and I've got it doing 500, but it doesn't seem to be going above 330.
Oh, okay. Do you have your let me just put that on as well, because I tell you where that differs. Is it X? Z, that's it, I've got it. Yeah, mine's at my K. If you press Shift and Z, it will bring up some red writing. That will give you your actual speed as well. And mine is matching what it's saying on my head-up display. 457, it's matched with what the KIS is. And it then tells you your wind speed and everything else.
Yeah, mine's telling me 331. I seem to have an auto throttle on this one, but it doesn't seem to work. The auto.
No, my auto throttle don't work either, so I just don't use it. But I'm using a flight stick, so I can just push the lever where I need it, you see, and it'll hold that speed. Right, mine's now telling me that I am on line with the runway, which I may have to just turn it slightly that way to keep me on track. There we go. Am I at 301? Oh, and it's actually, that's about right now. $280 nautical miles I've got to go.
Yeah, mine's telling me 375.
See, don't forget this is a default plane, and all, because you're using a yours is an add-on though, isn't it?
It is, yes.
That's probably why. Mine's a default plane, and all I've done is drop the skin on it. And I am still at 28,051, so I'm at 28,000 feet. I've worked out as well that the FMC, let me just have a look, the ATC will give you 100 either way before it starts telling you you're out of altitude. If you're anything higher than that, it will say that you need to descend to, you know, get to 28,000. But because we're doing it this way, we're not using ILS. If you go VFR, you can more or less pick your own altitude height. Is your cockpit the same as mine? It won't be, will it? Because they're two different planes, in fact.
Yeah, my cockpit's nothing like yours.
Right, okay. I wish I could see your cockpit, you know, you're streaming that lot. I'll have to get you to, because then I'd like to see what, because I didn't find a single, I couldn't find one that had the cockpit looking like this unless you downloaded something to change it. And this one's, well, they call it a fully functioning one, don't they, to be honest. Yeah, all looks good. Just steady as a rock. You know what would be nice on this? Excuse me. It doesn't have an eject. The eject button, if I remember rightly in this thing, is here. And it's just... Have a look, where did I see it? I've got my lights. That's the landing gear. I've got the flaps. You can actually set the button so this thing will take off really quick. I'm trying to look if there's an eject button anywhere. Which is not. It's there, look. So there's your eject, look, just there, right below you, but you can't use it. You've got manual override, you've got safe brake, but that's it, and it doesn't do anything. It would be nice if you could pull that and then you could do an eject. But it will not allow you to do that.
You really want to use that ejector seat, didn't you, 50?
You know, if we'd done a flight and pulled up, I'd love to use it to see what it does, because to see if it would then deploy a parachute after you've ejected. Rex didn't want to join this evening, Empire. He sent me a DM. He just didn't want to join. Look at that, looks nice, that does. I'll probably talk to Rex at the weekend. He didn't want to crash and fail, probably. And it's not an easy plane to fly, really. It's took me even when I was streaming, I came off stream, I loaded this up, and I was still learning it. I know that Dev was on it because every time I looked in Discord, he was on a Microsoft Flight Simulator. And I think I was the same, just trying to learn this plane because I really wanted to do okay, so I can fly it. It's just that I didn't do enough landings. That's what I didn't do. Because the landing is the hard thing on here. And in a normal commercial plane, I need to work out when you land, you can press F2 for reverse thrusters, can't you? But in this, I can't work out what button to press to give reverse thrusters because that would help on the slowdown. Any ideas, Dev?
No, I always thought it was the F2 button. That's what the default is set to.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But when I was pressing it, when I landed then, it wasn't doing anything. Unless you may have to hold it down for a bit for it to engage.
Yeah, I think you might have to hold it down.
Right, I'll try that next time because that's what did me, you see. When I landed, I think what I'm going to do, if I manage to land on the runway, I'm just going to let it run for a bit. Because I kept applying the brakes slowly, and as I was running out of runway, if you put the brake on and hold it, the plane just shifted straight to the left. And then I've got to be careful at what speed I come in at as well. And I didn't... Oh, I'm running out of fuel. It just says that. It does that regular. You've got to go down with your plane. Sounds a bit kamikaze. You do. You have to. You have to. I think the Japanese and Pearl Harbor, the Japanese, they were that focused on winning that war that lives meant nothing. Because it must be a difficult thing to know that you're going to fly a plane and then you are going to just aim that plane right into a battleship knowing that you are going to die. That has got some... It takes some guts. I know it's the kamikaze trademark, but it takes some guts to do something like that. It really does. I know what I'd be like. I'd turn around and land somewhere and run off. Leave the plane. I want to live. I do not want to die. That's my Japanese accent, by the way, guys. Yes, I'm low on fuel. Thank you. But according to my game, I've got unlimited fuel. Oh, and it actually says... It says unlimited, but it says... fuel 8%. Okay. Let's have a look where I am because I'm talking. I am 20 minutes out. And I have lost all... Wow. I have lost all my, what you call it, GP. Oh, there it is. I was that far out. Yeah, I'm 90 minutes out now, Dev. He does not understand English. 7% fuel. My fuel is going down, actually. Although it says unlimited.
Going down quite quickly as well.
Say again, sorry.
So my fuel's going down quite quickly as well.
I think what you might need to do then is slow down. I'm going to slow down just a bit. I'm slowing down now. I think that's the mistake I made when I was landing. I should have really slowed down and then descended, rather than descend at the speed I descended at and then decide to slow down. I am now at 440 knots. 438, 37, slowing down nicely. 35. What do we normally do in a commercial airline? We normally do about 300, don't we?
Normally, yes.
Right, so that'll recalculate itself in a minute because I'm at 191 miles out. Yeah, 3 to 320. Yeah, cheers, Empire. That would be nice. You know what, Games Career? That would be really nice if you could do that. If we could just call for it. What planes normally refuel? Are the DC-10s or something? I know DC-10s carry really heavy cargo. What plane would you use to refuel? Then has anybody got that that knowledge? Also, you
I
can
can't
get
answer that one, I'm afraid.
you can get plugins. Well, Empire's just put you can get plugins to do things like that. Because that would be nice to watch a refuel, wouldn't it? That would be good. I mean, I do think this skin looks nice to say it's all freeware. It does look nice. The guy's done a really good job of this. I'll put the lights on. Oh, let's put them on. Yeah, the guy's done a really good job of that. It will tell me just here as well. Yeah. Fuel low. It says it just there, look. Having a look what. This is what I was doing when I was trying to learn the plane. Just having a look around and seeing what everything does. Oxygen. See, half the buttons don't work. Oh, what's this? Oh, that was going to tell me what it was, and I moved off it. That's the audio control panel transmitter. That one works. What's that one do? That's the nav audio. That's the engine 1 starter off. So I'm going to learn how to do a cold start on this. That's the APU. Okay, so that's the control. Because you can actually do a cold start on these. I can dump fuel as well. Oh, dump fuel's off anyway. That's okay. I don't want to dump fuel if I'm losing it. That is navigation light position is on. That's my strobe. What's that one? Strobe light. They're all on, which is fine. But there's a lot that this thing can do to say it's a freeware. Oh, hang on a minute. Landing lights, they can go off. Flaps, they're fine. What's this one? Launch bar switch off. I'm going to look at that off stream and find out what that is. It does quite a bit, this thing does. What's that? Not telling me what that is. I'm at 397 now. My speed. Yep, 397 and matching. My fuel is at 1%. That's it. I've got no fuel according to this. My fuel is at 0%. Wow, that's interesting. And I'm 16 minutes out. How are we doing, Dev?
Yep, I'm still showing 35 minutes out.
Right. That's a good dish. Let's have a look. It'd be too far away for me to see.
Bingo fuel.
Telling me I'm totally out of fuel now. If I start hearing alarms and things, then I'm going to have to land at the nearest airport. Although, Brussels, let's have a look what's near me. We're going to, trying to think, London City, aren't we? Airport's further from me. No, there's nothing there for me at the moment. What does Shift and K do? Oh, stop it. A refuel comes with a mission and says to hit you in the jet, then Shift and K to request. If I do this and it puts my plane out, there's going to be issues. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm doing okay. I'm not going to do that. Because I'm just trying to work out where would the plane come from? How would it manage to do that? Not sure, but launch bar sounds like yeah, if these things can land on carriers, and you can actually get a scenario where you can land them on a carrier, so that's where the launch bar would work, as well as the tail bar. I'm going to show you that as well. If I was to put the tail bar down, which is that one, and then go outside, you can see it now there, look. Turn this off. That's that thing. And that's what it would hook onto if it was on a Harrier or an aircraft carrier. That's what that would do. But since I'm not, we ain't going to do that. And that's it gone back up. It's not too bad. I kind of like it. It kind of looks nice. Right, okay. Let's get ready for some 13 minutes out. And I'm going to try and head over to the right.
Bingo fuel.
I'm going to head over to the right so that I can come in, excuse the expression, through the left. I think that's what it will be doing. Let me just have a look. I'd like to see the line of the road. There's still a fair distance to go. Oh, right, that's right then. If I head over to the right, I am right in the approaches more over to the left. So that will be right for me. It will do that. Head over that way just slightly. And the idea is look at the height. I'm at 28,000, so I am going to I'm going to try and descend 12 minutes out. I'm actually going to come down slightly. I'm going to just descend just slightly. Come down to about 20,000. Go at a steady descent. Needs to be. What altitude are you at, Dev?
I am still at 28,000.
Okay, actually I'm 11 minutes out, so I'd need to come down to anything between 20 and 15,000 so that I'm not travelling so fast. So the thing with these, they can descend quite quick, can't they?
Yes.
I'm at 25,000 now.
Bingo fuel.
With me running out of fuel, I think I need to want to turn my head in that way slightly as well. Wow, when did you how you doing, Geordie, mate? Are you okay?
The 50 plus game is ready for stream.
Geordie, thank you very, very much for the host. I'm now coming down to 20,000 and I'm 9 minutes out. I want to get down to about 15.
Bingo fuel.
Yeah, at the start, yeah,
I'm doing the
that's
same.
true. Yeah, that's true. Everyone will be out watching the red arrows land. I'm now coming down to 20. I've just gone below 20,000 now. I'm going to try and hold at 15. $18, 17, 16. Right, let's just bring that up. Just let that level off. Right, we're at 15.9. Let's level that off. I want to be at around 15. So if I then start to descend just a bit slower.
Bingo fuel.
15.8. 15.7. 15.6. 15.5. 15.4. 15.3. Oh, you hear me? It's a shame you can't hear my dogs, you know. The little one, he's a right bully, you know. 15.2. Right, 15.1. So let's just start to level off about now. Right, so I've managed to get this down to 15.123. It's just leveling off. So I'll stay at that, which is a little bit of a better altitude when you're coming into land. And I'm just over the sea. So I should be turning soon. I need to head this that way so I can stay within that line. I am 7 minutes out and I'm at 15. I'll go down to 10 when I'm about 5 minutes out. Let me just look at this, where this is.
I am 14 minutes out, 4 minutes out.
Right, so I'm kind of alright where I am at the moment if I stay on that line. I think what did me before was because we're not doing ILS or GPS, it lines you up with the runway, and I think I just needed to see where the runway is. So I'm going to try and slow down now because I am now at 5. So just do that. Slow that down. Right, I need to slow right down, to be honest. And I think I need to come down. Right, let's get that down to about 10,000 now. 13,000 I'm at the moment, and I am 6 minutes out. So coming down to 10,000, so I'll just be going below the clouds soon.
Yeah, I'm at 19,000, coming down for 10,000 as well.
Yeah. I've now gone below 10,000, but I need to hold it. I'm going to try to hold it at 10. Bring that up. No, I'm at... about 9,000. Oh, it didn't hit the balance. If I don't hit the balance right, it will not level me out. There we go. Right, so I'm at 9,000 now. 5 minutes out. The runway is over to my left. And when I'm about 4 odd minutes out, I'm going to go down to about 5,000. In fact, because this thing's travelling at the speed it's travelling at, let's slow that down. Wow, low on that. Let's take that off and let's drop it. And I need to head that way. Like there, there we go. 8,000. Right, so I'm at 5, just over 6, about 7,000, just under 7,000 I'm at, just under. And I'm just having a look. Right, let's go in on that. I'm at cloud height. I'm trying to work out where. Right, I can't see the runway line, that's what I can't see. 4 minutes out. Just swing that slightly that way. Let's slow this down a bit more.
Bingo, fuel.
Yeah, you keep telling me I'm low on fuel. Beep, missile lock. Yeah, that would be nice if you could do that, you know. That's DCS world, that is. That's good for that. Right, I think I need to come down a bit lower than that. Right, so I'm 4 minutes out and I'm coming down to... I think I'm going to try and stay around about 4,000 now. Yeah. Right, I'm at 4,342. 3,9. Just get that balanced at about 3,9. I can hold it out there.
Bingo, fuel.
It's balancing me out round about 3,9. I need to turn towards the runway heading. Is there... I can't see the runway from where I am. Have a look. I think it's that dot. I think it's about here. Have a look. And this is all by sight. I'm trying to do this one, so I need to turn it that way. I need to slow down more. I have to be careful I don't stall it and this thing will flash at me like mad just here if I do. Also try to keep the number of the landing equal to the number of takeoffs. Yeah, don't make it any difficult, kid. Don't make it no difficult. Oh, okay, so I need to come in this way a lot more. I've just looked at where the runway heading is. I need to come this way. It's a straight line straight across. And then level up. Right, that should... Oh, turbulence. Massive turbulence. Right, okay, so I should be able to see the runway somewhere along it. There it is. Right, let's get this thing. Let's get that on. Have a look. Get that up. And let's get that turned right down. Let's drop that. Let's drop that now. Let's get me flaps just slightly. And let's turn these off. That can go off. That can go off. Let's take control. I have control of the plane. Oh, there we are, look. The idea is, I don't know if it's a straight in now. No, it's not. This is why it's good at night time, because at night time... Do you like Fortnite? I've not really played Fortnite, to be honest, so I will say... Can't answer that question. Oh, wow, I've just realised. I forgot what airport this is. This is City, what you call it, isn't it?
London City Airport.
Yeah, I've just realised. I'm at 280. I've just slowed down. I've got flaps on. I can just see the red dot. I'm at... I think you have to be at around about 3,000 so you don't go through the buildings. I'm just coming in now. 270, which is too high. Speed brake. Speed brake's on. Right, I'm going to have to swing out.
Bingo, fuel.
I'm at 2,000. I'm coming in at 230 and it's slowing down quick. Right, I've taken everything off now. Speed brake. I think I'm coming in too fast. 200 and something. I'm at 900. 800. 800. 195. This is not going to be good. 500. This is not going to be good. 17. Slow down. Speed brake. Oh, get up a bit. Up, 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 up. Then down.
Bingo, fuel.
I touched down just a bit too quick. Hey, guess what? A much better landing than last time. I'm hitting this button hard. Oh, come on, 50, don't. That's it, bit better. It's better than last time. I managed to... should I taxi off? Well, put it this way. The problem you have with this is you do not have... Wow, that wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. I have to say, it wasn't a brilliant landing, but that was not too bad. The problem you have with this plane,
Bingo.
this particular aircraft, is that you don't have a reverse thruster. I need to find out which one is the reverse thruster, but I managed to get into London City and I came in the perfect way. I'm just going to come off the runway so you can come in. I did okay with that, to be honest. That was not too bad. It wasn't, to be honest, because the brakes, it's the speed I came in at and I couldn't slow it down anymore. I was trying my best to slow this thing down. It's a lovely plane to fly, I've got to be honest, it really is. But I was trying to slow it down as quick as I could and I just couldn't get any more, and I kept pressing F2. I wonder you couldn't hear me. I was pressing F2 and nearly broke the bleeding keyboard.
You got down in one piece though.
I got down in one piece. It was a far better landing than before. A far better landing. I'm going to keep flying this because I really do like flying this plane. It's such a nice plane to fly. Warbird, hello, hello, hello. Forgot the air brakes. Here we go. Everyone's going to tell me what I didn't do. Oh, I love it. Let's get that. I'm going to see if do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to eject the thing. I'm going to fold the wing. I'd love to eject. Honestly, I would absolutely love to eject. I really would. I think next time you need red arrows, you should fly over Pine Bridge. I will do that for you. I'll fly into it. Perhaps not enough flaps. I had flaps on when I was coming down. Yeah, you're probably right on that one, to be honest, Warbird. I did only put one flap on because it slowed down to about 177 and I let it go down the runway. In fact, because you're so far out, I'm going to see if I can play that back. View.
Yeah, I'm about 8 minutes. That's 33 miles away.
Instant replay. I'm going to play that back because I did okay, but I could have done better. Yeah, here we go. I could have done better. So here I am. Oh, what the hell? Flaps, look at this. When did that happen? Oh, I know why. Because the plane's folded on the ground, it's showing it like that. That is weird. Full flaps F-18. Thank you, I remember that. But don't ask me why the wings are folded, because they were not folded when I showed you on the outside. I think because I've folded the wings now. Let me just get inside and do this. Oh, that's why. That is weird. It's showing the wings folded. So I came in. I was leveling off just there. I was far too high as well. Because if you look where I hit the runway, I hit the runway. Well, I bounced. So that wasn't too bad, but I couldn't slow down in time. So I started to hit the brakes. I tried to put the reverse thrusters on. I don't know why the wings are up. Yeah, I took the fence out. And that's when I put the brakes on heavy. And when you put the brakes on heavy, it pulls to the right. I tried to steer it off. I managed to take control just there. But do you know something? It's not too bad. I will get better. I'm going to get a lot better at this. But why are the wings folded? Why are the wings folded, 50? I've got a funny feeling it's either a default. No, because when I shown outside, the wings weren't folded, were they? That don't make sense.
What altitude was you at for coming in onto finals?
I came in round about 3,000 and started to descend because I thought I'd have been coming in from the Citibank way, but I didn't. I came in the other side. If you come in the other side, you can come in at about 2,000. But
Right,
and it
'cause
could have been
I'm-
because I was descending too quick. And like the guy said, if I'd have put full flaps on, it may have helped me. I'll look at that. Let me see if I can pick you up.
I'm about 8 minutes out. I'm at 5,000, coming down to 2,000.
Yeah, I can't pick you up anyway just yet. It's not picking you up. FS Cloud gave me great, but I'm not going to listen to that because I know that it wasn't that good a landing. Like, let's get them. See if I can unfold those wings now. It won't let me unfold those wings now either. So, oh, I tell you why. Game's paused. Right, there we go. Put the brake on. There we go. Wings are unfolded. I'm going to try and turn around. So which way are you coming in? Do you know? I hope you're coming in the same way I came in rather than Citibank. 'Cause I can see the Citibank from here. Just going to turn around so I can see you. Right, so at least now right, so we can see if Empire comes in this way. Watch him come in the opposite way. I can just see him coming in the opposite way. Just checking which way he's coming in, because normally I'd see a red dot. Have a look. Still not picked you up. 120 knots max for landing on the ground. Brilliant, thank you for that. How do you get one of these down to that speed so quick? I was putting the speed brake on as well. No, the fuel no, did the fuel last? Yes, it did. The fuel lasted. We managed to get down. I'm just trying to see if it'll pick you up. How far out are you, Dev?
I am 16 miles, which is about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, you're still too far out for me. You will appear around below air traffic control when you're in range. Yeah, I know. The game can be quite cruel. I wonder if the Aerofly one will be any better when it's updated and they've got things sorted on it. I've used it, it's nice, but I wonder if it'll be any better. You would just like it that when you go into an aeroplane and you're doing something like what we're doing, it actually shows you the plane that the person's flying. That to me would be nice. Because it says it's a multiplayer game, so why would it not? We are waiting for you, Dev.
Okay, hopefully not too long.
Okay, thank you all. I think with these planes, when we do it again, we can do a long flight. And I would think when you do it on these, if you look at how long I stream, we really need the flights to last, I would say, about an hour between each one. Because it doesn't take as long to take off in these, does it? You don't have to set them up like you would a normal commercial airline.
No, they're quite quick in setting up
Yeah.
and getting off the ground anyway, aren't they?
On these, I do everything in the air because if you set the altitude and everything on the ground, it won't take off. I worked that one out. UK to Aussie in a jet. That would be... Do you know what I'm doing at the moment off stream? I am doing a flight from EGKK to Area 51. And that's 6.5 hour flight. And in one of these things, it's nice because when you go at low level, because I've bought some of the airports and you go across them, it looks quite nice. This is UK 2000 that's running all this, guys. UK 2000 is running these airports that you're looking at the moment. I'm not as rich as Empire and can afford the Orbex £100,000 scenery. Can't do it. Can't do it, mate. I don't get paid enough. It's not for me. That is... They don't pay 50 enough that his moderator can afford better scenery than him. I'm not seeing you at all, Dev, anyway. If I can see you in the sky. Hey, I got it on sale, remember? Yeah, but it's still expensive on sale. I don't know if I ever did something like that, I would get slated. How could you call yourself the freeway pilot and have Orbex? I'd get slated. I would get absolutely crucified. You'll have to talk me through your landing because I don't see you at all anyway.
Yeah, I've just turned right to 330 to try and pick up, looking at the GPS to look at the glide slope.
Yeah, I know you do. You always use freeway at Empire. You're good for that. I'll give you that credit. You will always use freeway where you can. So we're in London City now. So when you land, because I've still got a bit of time, we will probably end up going to somewhere like, well, if you're in London City, EGKK is literally just down the road, isn't it?
Yes.
We'll look for something towards the bottom end. I think if we were to go to Nottingham Airport, which is East Midlands, that would probably take us, what, 5-10 minutes at least. So we might just do that as a quick one because it's about the landing. I want to get my landing right. I did better on this one, but can't lock the brake. And it was only because what you said, Empire, when you were saying that you have to put your tail hook down. That stops the plane from flipping over. Because that's what happened to us both. I can remember that landing. Wow. Right, let's see if you're up on my radar. No, you're still not there. I'm going to restart. FS Cloud. If that picks you up. Something's not picking you up, and it's definitely. Right. Rather slappers. Right, so I've loaded that up. There we go. So I'm locked in now. Let's go map. Have a look. Oh, hang on. It's picking up a 747 somewhere, but it's not picking you up. Give it a few minutes. Follow me. Ah, found you. It's got you now. There we go. You're here. It was just FSX doing its thing. Oh, and I've caught you at the right time. You're coming in. Come on, Dev. It's all about the slowing down. Woo! Yeah, it's weird how it does that. He's going to get on the runway though. And then is he twist it? Yeah. That's what it does. That's just what it does. What speed did you come in at?
140.
That's good. That's good. It was only, all it was that line you came in on. If it had been a straight line, it would have been, it was a nice landing. What's what a fast Cessna. Wow. You'll see me at the end. We'll take a picture. Now, I'm just thinking. Where can we go from here? Yeah, let's go to East Midlands. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that should be right for me now. We're going to take off from here and go to East Midlands, yeah?
Yep, no worries.
Ideal speed to... I know the ideal speed to land. You're right, Kempy Kempy. The ideal speed to land, Capon, you're right. Capona, you are right. But it's not really a Cessna. It's just that... FSX is picking it up as a Cessna. He's actually in one of the, or you're in a, what is your actual plane? Is it a Hawk 1-4 something?
It is the Hawk T1 Red Arrow.
That's it, the Hawk T1, that's it. Warbird, kamikaze flights. Hey, we do our best. Night game. You just come in. Right, okay, so I'm going to change the... Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's just that how it picks it up. Don't apologise for things like that. I'm going to change the time to dusk for me, so it looks... Let's just change that to dusk. Let's do it dusk in the summer, because it's not as dark. We'll do it... Is that dark? Dusk in spring, dusk in winter. Wow, dusk in fall. Let's do it dusk in summer. Let's hit that. Let's put a bit of a light into the game. So we're going to take off from here. So you just want to set a destination to is it, let's have a look. Let me just pull my other screen up. I have all the ILSs on a screen. Let's look at that. Minimize that, put that there. Airport. So if we're going to have a look, I prefer T45. We're going to East Midlands, it's EGNX. So if we set a flight plan from here, the EGNX. What?
Yep, yep, okay.
Yeah, I'll reload in a minute because it's telling me I'm out of fuel because I haven't reloaded. So we are going from... We're in London City. Let's have a look. Flight plan. So we're at we're already at EGLC and we're going to EGNX. Get that one? EGNX. Just take this as well, Dev, while you're there so you can get the ILS. You've got 10935.
Yeah, 10935.
And then you have got heading 90, which will give you runway 9. And you've got runway 270 that will give you runway 27. Right, so
And that's they're both the same frequency, yeah.
they're both the same
10935.
frequency, but it's the heading that gives you the left or the right hand side of it, yeah?
Yeah, got that. So are we doing VFR or IFR?
We're going to do VFR. It makes it interesting. VFR to me is better. If you want to do, well, you can do it how you want to. I'm going to go for, I've enjoyed doing it by sight, to be honest. It's kind of getting me used to the landing and everything. Right, so.
Yeah, it's automatically given me 4,000.
Has it? Well, you can change that because it won't ask you to hold anything. I'm just going to try and set mine up now. So we are going from EGLC, which is a London City, and I'm going to go to active runway. Double click that, and we are going to NX. It'll be a short one, but guess what? Nottingham, this is where I live, guys, East Midlands. And we are going VFR, GPS direct, find route. And I think, oh, it's going to be a nice flight, that is actually. It's a fair distance. And I'm going to do that one at about 20,000 feet. Yep, 20,000 feet. Here we go. London City by, and I'm going to put red arrows on it so I know that when I do these again, I know I will be doing them in the red arrow. Save, click, and let's put me on the runway. Okay, and it should, hopefully it should be dusk. If it's not, we're going to change it. So it's like a pretty nighttime. Here we go. That looks nice. Here we go. Look, on the runway. 50's on the runway. There we go. 50's doing his thing. Let's turn this on. Let's put the wings down. Let's put the lights on. There we go. Turn that off. Let's check the flaps. Have a look. Let's check my flaps. That's what she said. So flaps should be off actually.
Bingo, fuel.
Yeah. Actually, that's flaps half. In fact, I'd know how to turn the lights on, and I'm being a bit of a... That's off. That's off. That's on. Instrument lights. There we go. So what's that? That's full flaps. Let's take that off. That's half flaps. That's no flaps. Right, okay. Oh, there we go. The lights come on. Woo, about time. So we'll go half flaps to start with. Let's just turn that there. And I'm ready. In fact, let's just try this. Straight out departure.
City round, Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, ready to taxi, departing straight out with Quebec. Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, taxi to and hold short of runway
Let's
28.
get...
Contact
It's still telling me I'm out of fuel.
point 4 when ready.
Turn that off. Acknowledge taxi clearance.
Taxiing hold short, runway 28. Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee.
Tune into the tower. Press takeoff.
Tower, Air Force,
Oh,
Foxtrot,
you're in front of me, so you can go first.
ready at runway 28.
Okay then.
Oh, hold on a second.
India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee.
Right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway
It's now showing you as an F-18. It's now showing you as an F-18 and not a Cessna. So the game's crazy.
No, that is Empire in front.
You're Empire, have you jumped in? Talk to me, young man. Let me just find out who it is. 1 second. Yeah, it's Empire. He's a bogger, isn't he? Right, go on then, Empire. You can take off. Why has it picked Empire up in that? Oh, he's just jumped in an F-18.
India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee. Acknowledge last transmission.
Come on, I need to acknowledge, otherwise he's going to cancel my flight plans.
Runway 28. Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango,
Right. Right, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Let's look at this takeoff, guys. Now that is, look at that, is far too steep for a takeoff. Look at that. He'd never get up. Wow.
I love how Empire uses as little as the runway as possible.
I know. It does me, that does, when he does it. But he's got there. He's got there. Let's put it that way. He's got there. Right, are you behind me? Let's have a look. Oh, you're behind me. Right, okay. So I'm going to take off now.
Okay.
Right. What flaps did I have? Half. Let's go. The only difference with this, why I like it, is because you're going to go through between the city banks. I'm going to try. Oh, the runway's quite short as well, to be honest. 130, 150, 160. Let's lift. There we go. 50's up. Have a look. 50's up. Look at that. Burners are on. Woo! The burners are on. Look at that for night time. Let's just take that down. Oh, let's get inside before I stall this thing. Wow, that was brilliant. Oh, I have to be careful. I'm at 20,000. Jeez. Them burners take you so high. Balance that off. I'm at nearly 40-odd thousand feet already. Or no, 4,000. Wow. Take that off. Take that off. Let's get this thing under control. Right, let's get it under control. Let's balance that off. I just want to see where I am. Right, okay, so we need to head that way. Before I start climbing. Look at that moon. I mean the sun. You know what, if I had a rocket, I would have blown him up. I'm just turning around now to hit this. Just turning around to get this on track. If I hit that now, it should. And then I'm gonna, so I'm at 4,000, I'm gonna rise. Let's just get this up higher. I need to be about 10,000. In fact, do you know what I'm gonna do? Because the weather's like it is, I'm gonna stay at around about 8,000. Because it's only say it's gonna take 7 minutes. Wow. These things are so fast. Let's balance this off. There we go. Balance that off now. There we go. So let's have a look. Nearest airport to me. Let's have a look. This one's a lot quicker than I thought. Right, let's level that out there.
Bingo, fuel.
Have a look where this runway is. I am 6 minutes out. Wow. If you think about it in hindsight, we're not that far. It was only 65 miles. EGNX, let's have a look. Let's go back. Nearest airport, let's have a look. Airport's further from you. EGNK. No EGNX yet, it's not picked it up. Let's Rise Norton, let's log into that. Now let's try. No.
Bingo fuel.
Is Empire still here? I don't know where he is. Let's have a look. Yeah, Empire's here, look, watch. He's not that far from me. There's Empire. So Empire's in the same plane as me, but what I've done is I've dropped the Red Arrow skin on top of it, so that's what I'm actually flying, really. But that's not too bad. Right, so what I need to do is slow down. I love when you slow down, it kind of brings the picture out as well. Kind of showing you that you're slowing down. Empire, gates open in the middle into the affair. You guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. Right, so I need to slow down a lot. I need to go down to at least... I'm only 4 minutes out.
Bingo fuel.
Go down to about 4,000. You're talking about bloody something farming or something daft like that, knowing you. I need to turn that a bit brighter so that one, isn't it? I think it's that one. The brightness, where's the brightness?
Bingo fuel.
Let's zoom in. I need to see where this angle of the runway is. Jimmy is crazy. I like weird aircrafts, reminds me of Area 51. I'm editing a map I asked you on it. Yeah, I'm not. I think it's right across, so it's over to the right of me now. This is not going to be a good landing for me. Four minutes out. And I can't see the angle of the runway.
Bingo fuel.
Turn this that way. Right, okay, so the angle of the runway, I'm going to have to go out to come back in.
You there already?
More or less. More or less.
You using afterburners?
No, I did when I took off. It was a brilliant takeoff. I loved every minute of it. It looked, because I've got it on dusk, it looked really nice. I am three minutes out, but I've got to go out and kind of head in at an angle unless I come across, and I want to try and do this from a bit more of a distance. So I'm going to go straight out and then come in. I'm doing 400 and something knots, and I'm trying to slow it down now.
Bingo fuel.
I'm just working out the speed. I think East Midlands only has the one nearest airport. Let me look. EGNX, found you. There we go. East Midlands Tower. Request full stop landing. There we go.
East Midlands Tower, Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango. Air Force Foxtrot India
Get them
Foxtrot
down.
Tango Yankee East Midlands Tower. Enters right base runway 9er altimeter 29er 2.
Let's get that up so I can see where I'm going. And let's get this thing turned. Let's get this little baby turned. I'm doing 300 and something knots, which I need to slow that down. Right, let's get that.
Bingo fuel.
I'm descending really slow. I want to see if I can just do a landing in this bloody thing. What's for the bank? Oh, that's out of order, Kempy Kempy. That's out of order. That's not even funny. People lost their lives there, you know, mate. People actually lost their lives. I thought it would be easier at night time because I'll be able to see the red dot, but I can't. Let's have a look and find out what this is saying to me. Oh, there we go, look. Let's slow that down more. It's telling me I'm descending at a slow rate, look, just there.
Bingo fuel.
Right. Let's turn. I'm at 290 something and I'm going to go down to next to nothing. Right, there we are. I can see it. We're over there, guys. We're there. But I need to get the speed down on this thing a lot. 270. I'm going to try and do a evasive maneuver. I'm going to go out like that. I'm going to try and do some maneuvers. Slow that down again. And then let's swing it in now. There we go. That's what she said.
Bingo fuel.
Let's have a look where we are. There we are. There's the runway. Although when I look at it, I'm not that far. You can see the power station. Right, here we go. Turn this on. Let's have a look. I can see the power station, so let's turn. Let's see if I can do it like this. Let's see if I can do this. Bring that over now. Oh, there we go. Let's turn that off. So let's turn you off. And you off. And let's take control. Let's put some flaps on. That would help.
Bingo fuel.
I'm at 3,000, so I need to go down. I was going up rather than down. Speed brake. Let's get this thing out. Oh, I'm speeding up lots. What I didn't want to do. More flaps. Right, I'm just gliding in now. '50's coming home. I like the way you said that. I've had to put a bit of power on. I'm at 160. 150. I've just put a bit of power on to keep me steady. Let's just go out. It's telling me now I'm on line with the runway. 130. I'm at 130.
Air Force Foxtrot, India Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, cleared to land, runway 9er. Cleared to land.
I'm at 1007 coming in. It's telling me to go up. I think I'm supposed to keep it at 0. I need to put a bit more power on.
Bingo fuel.
I've had to put a bit more power on just slightly because I was descending too quick. I've got full flaps. I'm at 1000, slowly going up. $900. No, I need to be at 1000. I need to put a bit of power on. Yeah, it's telling me I'm rising now. That's good. I'm coming over the M1, Kempy. I'm coming over the M1, kid. Right, off. Oh, let's put that. Coming over the M1, kid. 140. Right, so we're descending now.
Bingo fuel.
Can't see a damn thing. Oh, here we go. Oh no, 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 no! Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, 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 up. I had to put that little bit on just to get over that bit, look. Wow.
Bingo fuel.
Wow, I just had to do that. Hey, guess what? I did one reasonable landing. Wow, this thing is not easy to land.
Let's
Right.
hope I can get a good one on this one.
I've done okay on this one. This is the best one I've done. Well, 3 attempts, for God's sake. I'm going to get one right, aren't I? Wow, I'm going to get one right. Yeah, 50 did it!
You ready?
The 50-plus gamers. The 50-plus gamers.
I did one good landing. Yeah, the approach was crap. Honestly, because you can't see around all the equipment. So that's something I've got to look at. That's something I've got to look at.
Air Force Foxtrot, India Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, exit runway when able.
And this is East Midlands. And again, this is
India Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee, contact ground on 121.
UK 2000 doing all this for me. Look at that. The airport looks absolutely brilliant.
121.9er for Air Force.
I was pleased with that. 50 was pleased with that one. Let's get that up, get that up. And let's get 50 was very, very pleased with that. That was a good landing from me. Close the stream on a good landing is always a good thing.
Bingo.
Yep. That. Right, let's look for the other guys coming in. Thank you very much. That was good. I enjoyed that. Right, let's see if we can watch the others. I've got Empire. Where did you land? Right, Empire's down in a field. Empire hit the M1, which is not nice. Empire, I apologise, but you hit the M1. I don't know where he's off to, guys. Who else have we got? Dev, how far are you out?
I'm about 5 minutes out.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to taxi anyway because I can still pick you up. See if it'll allow me to taxi. Request taxi to parking.
Midlands, ground, Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee.
In Skeggy Beach.
Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango, Yankee. Taxi to General Aviation Parking. Using taxiway Sierra Alpha, Mike.
See, what I like about this,
Taxiing to General Aviation
this is my hometown airport.
Air Force, Foxtrot, India, Foxtrot, Tango.
And I guarantee anybody that's got FSX, if there was a chance they could download their town airport, they would all do it, or their city airport. They would definitely do it. Why would you not? I'm at East Midlands at the end of this month because I'm going over to the Canary Islands.
If it's your home airport, you had to make a good landing there then.
Well, to be honest, you're right, and I did okay on this. To say it was a short one, it was a nice landing as well. And you're right what you're saying, Dev. I would not be able to hold my hand up in my hometown. I'm just taxiing to parking. Just tell me when you're about a minute or so out.
I will do.
Thank you.
You ready?
Oh, Warbird, thank you very much for that follow. Thank you very much.
The 50-plus games. The 50-plus games. The 50-plus games. The 50-plus games.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that as well. I'm just going to taxi over. Jellyfish! Woo! Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, mate. I do appreciate that. I like when I get the follows for a reason, that they've found something in the stream that they find interesting. The fact that I was flying the red arrows, guess what? That's just a bonus. Right, okay. I think it's taking me over to that fuel truck. Oh, this is a nice turn in. Look at this. I'll try fly with you next. Oh, yeah, I like that. People do that, and I don't mind that. I really don't mind it. This is a bit of a tight angle, and I'll do it before you guys do it. That's what she said. Here we go, look. I had to have the wings folded, so I did the right thing. There we go, look. I have my own hangar. Look at this. Fifty's got his own hangar. There we go, look. Oof. There we go. Have to find a jet. We don't always do jets, Warbird. What we try to do is we try to pick a theme for every Friday when we fly. So next Friday when we fly in, it's commercial airlines. What did we say we was going to do? Innsbruck again, and we're going to do London City. So you can fly anything from a 7800, 737, Airbus A20, A19, whatever, Airbus A380. You can fly anything you like, a commercial plane, and we'll do that. Then we'll pick a theme. I think what we ought to do, guys, we ought to do helicopters again soon. That scares everybody, that does. Whenever we say helicopters, I'm not picking you up either, Dev. Oh, hi, I've got you. There you are. Gotcha. Dev, no pressure. This is my home airport. If you fail on this one, that's it, I'm having you. Can you fly a Concorde? I haven't. I did download a Concorde plane. We've done that. We've done the World War airplanes, didn't we, guys? Did we do that? Yeah, because we're trying to get Spitfires. I flew the B, was it the B-19 or the B, yeah, the B-19 or something I flew. And I crashed it as well, didn't I? I can remember that, yeah. And we only ever did that once that I'm aware of. So that's something we can look at, Warbird. We can definitely look at that. Get this thing turned off. Oh my god. Empire. Oh, Empire, I tell you something. How the hell? Wow. You want refueling? Let me just move this up till that's disappeared, the red. Actually, what I'm going to do is swing this thing around. Wow, that was fun. If you go in your plane, you should be able to fold your wings up, Empire. Yeah, oh, it was the B-17. I'll look on... I can't. I wanted to eject. Turn off progressive taxi. I wanted to eject. Wings are up. No, they're not. Look in the stream. The wings aren't up. I love how FSX works at time. I'm going to see if I can eject while it's stopping. Let's have a look. Yes, I know I've got no fuel. It's here, look. But it will not let me eject. What's there? If I can turn this thing off. Right, let's have a look. I think it's one button, actually. So let's get that turned off. Let me just see if I can see... See where Dev is first. Let's just see Dev come in. How far are we, Dev?
Just a couple of minutes now. I'm just coming up and then going to turn around in towards the glide slope.
Wonderful. Have 2 commercial jets. Oh, that's brilliant. That's good. I think what I will do for the next flight is I'm going to fly my Air Jamaica. That's what I'll do. Let's get the big birds out. Let's do this to start with then before... let me just get rid of that first. Escape. Let me do this. Get rid of that and I'll take an image. And then I'll get Dev here as well. So let's do that one. That looks quite good. Save that one and I will send it over to my picture file. Pictures, pictures, pictures. And we will call it Empire N50 at the gate. Go. So that will go up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. The rest are propellers. That's nice. Do you prefer prop planes then? Is that what you prefer? Are you not one for commercials? You mainly prefer propeller plane. I've got DCS World for that. Where I fly and they are absolutely brilliant now. We're only waiting for you now, Dev.
Yep, I'm very shortly going to pick up the glide slope.
Yep, no problem. Good night, Kempy Kempy. Thank you for jumping in, and I will see you throughout the week, I hope. What you like then, yeah. I would like to, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a twin-engined aircraft, and I want to learn it. I think that's what I would like. So I've got the F-18 I can learn that more. I like my 737s, 787s. I love them planes, so I can learn them. But I would like to learn a twin prop engine plane. That's what I'd love to do, and fly one of those on a regular basis. I'm going to see if I can get hold of one freeway, and then see if I can learn that. But they need to be, even though I go for freeway planes, they need to be quite decent. I don't just jump onto any old crap. Although I know that some of these oh, there you go, I can see you on the glide slope. I know that some of these pilots would turn around and say, well, you won't get anything that decent on freeway. But I'm not going to go and spend £100 or £90 on a plane, because I'm not that brilliant of a pilot, to be honest. And I like FSX, and I'm not mad about it. I just like what we do. I love what we do, in fact, to be honest. I think what we do is allow people that are learning, people that are just starting out on FSX, to jump in and join us. Although I have got my professional pilots that have taught me a great deal, which is nice. Look at this. Dev's on one of his perfect approaches. It is dusk. He's in Robin Hood County. He's heading towards the airport that suffered a major crash back in the early 80s. People were strewn across the M1, but it rose back to become one of the all-time greatest airports in Nottingham. And we have got DevX, who is now trying to land a prop plane that is disguised as a Hawk 1-4 whatever. Default beats Baron. B58 is good. I'll have a look at those then. If I can go over to the next screen, I can't turn off. I can turn the sound off because I'm clicking around. I just want to see what I've got. I have got the... Which one have I got? I've got the B29. I have got the FSX Steam Edition B29 Super Fortress add-on. I've got that one. And I've also got... What was that? The German... That's it, yeah. That's what I've got. And I've also got... what was that other one I flew? Sorry about this, guys. The sound's only gone because I've clicked away from it. Oh, I don't need to. There we go. I've also got... Which one was it? That little helicopter thing. I click on it, it takes... No. No. Yeah, it's the B29 that I've got, which is the closest thing to the Lancaster bomber. Right, Dev's coming in. DHL to his right. You are incredibly high. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. That's it. You're going to hit the runway nice. Nose up. You've got a long runway. It's a long runway. That will help. It's a long runway. Oh, look at that. It's a long runway.
I am down.
Yeah, and the best thing about this is it's a nice long runway, which is good. That was nice landing, that one. So I'm pleased with that. You absolutely did me proud now. I do not have to go to my people in Nottingham and say that Dev doesn't know how to fly. That was nice.
I had to make that a good one.
Do you know something? As much as when you look at it, the more you fly these things, you get used to how the approach and everything is. And I feel that we did really well not using... Well, I personally went for the VFRs because for me, it's giving me an understanding of my approach to the runway, which is good. So we're just waiting for you now at... I don't know what gate we're at. We're at the... Oh, Empire's still there.
Yep, I'm just taxiing to your way now.
Yeah, I can't see you on the thing. I'm just trying to find out where you are. I think you're quite a way down. Oh, here you are. Quite a way down you are at the moment. I tell you what I do like about this this thing. There's so much activity at this airport. It is unbelievable. Look at all that's going off. There you come. I can see you coming down the taxiway. I wish
what
it
I'll
would.
do...
Say again.
I said what I'll do when I get down to you, I'll take a screenshot my side as well, so to show the...
Yeah, please.
The
I'm
red
gonna
arrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna upload this picture and put it in Discord before I go off.
Bingo fuel.
Mine keeps telling me I'm out of fuel, the little bloody thing, because all it keeps saying. Right, you're coming down now. I can see you. In fact, I should be able to watch you down, to be fair. There you go. I don't mind that you're on the grass. It's not a problem.
Not according to my FSX, I'm not. I'm on the taxiway.
I know why, because I've got the add-on running. This is the UK 2000 add-on.
I might have to invest in that.
It's not, to be honest, it isn't expensive either, and it's not. £20. That's all it was, and it gave you the whole of Europe and everything. I think, to be honest, I bought East Midlands because I was from there, and we were always flying from East Midlands. And if you look what it does, it looks nice. It even puts the planes in and everything. It does look good. But it's not like some of the massive payways that you get.
Yeah, see on my FSX, it looks like you and Empire are parked from the grass.
Oh, right. But we're actually in a... what is it? A hangar. We're right near a hangar. Well, I'll upload the picture from a distance as well. And then we can take it from there, can't we? Because you'll see the difference when I get this picture uploaded. And then if you fast forward through the actual VOD at the end of it, you'll see the difference what UK 2000 does. Right, we're all here. Let's just zoom in. Then I'll get picture taken. Check it from that angle so you can see everything that's going off. Go, save. Now we have got 50 Empire and Dev. Go. Pictures.
And I have done my screenshot.
Right, okay, so have you done it?
I have, yes.
Wonderful. Right, guys, that's it. You've been watching the 50 Plus Gamer and the 50 Plus Squad, and guess what? Hope we have entertained you. I have to say that I really have enjoyed the fact that we've done these flights like this. It was a lot better than I expected, and the planes were performed brilliant. It's just a shame that at the end we got the last landing. Geordie, thank you very much, mate. You're always here. It's always a pleasure having you in. Dev, would you like to say good night to those in the chat?
Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much as well, guys, for following the 50 Plus Gamer. Those that have followed, sent bits, Andy, Empire, and everybody else. I will not be streaming tomorrow because I'm going to go out with a good lady and get absolutely rat-faced. Going to try and have a good time. I will close Discord as of now, Dev, and I will probably see you guys Sunday. So I will close Discord as of now. Wonderful. Right, guys, I'm going to say good night to everybody. Warbird, thank you very much for that follow. I want to thank everybody as well for the subs, the bits, and everything I've done for the stream. I'm going to have a night off tomorrow. It's a bank holiday. I am at work on bank holiday Monday. Wow, not happy about that. So guys, you have been watching the 50 Plus Gamer. Have a good night. I'm not going to move you anyway because I need to get to bed. I am tired. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much.
You ready?
The 50 Plus Gamers. 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 The 50 Plus Gamers Squad.
You ready?
The 50 plus game. The 50 plus game.